Tennis has a long and interesting history. It is a sport that has evolved significantly over the centuries, capturing the hearts of many and becoming a global phenomenon. The origins of tennis can be traced back to medieval times, where it began as a simple pastime and gradually transformed into the sophisticated game we know today. It started in France many centuries ago, during the 12th century to be precise. The game was initially played in the courtyards of French monasteries and castles, where it quickly gained popularity among the nobility. The French name for the game was jeu de paume, which translates to game of the palm. Back then it was called jeu de paume, meaning game of the palm. This name was derived from the way the game was played, with players using their hands to hit a ball back and forth. The game was quite different from modern tennis, lacking the rackets and other equipment we are familiar with today. People play jeu de paume indoors, often in large halls or specially designed courts. These indoor settings allowed for year-round play, regardless of the weather. The game was a popular form of entertainment and physical exercise, enjoyed by both the clergy and the aristocracy. They used their hands to hit a ball over a net. The ball was typically made of leather and stuffed with materials like wool or hair, making it quite different from the modern tennis ball. The net was often a simple rope or cord stretched across the court, and the rules of the game were relatively informal. Monasteries and castles had courts for this game. These courts were often elaborately designed, with high walls and intricate decorations. The game was not only a pastime, but also a way for the nobility to display their wealth and status. The courts became social hubs where people gathered to watch and participate in the game. Jeu de paume was popular with French kings. It was a favourite pastime of the royal family, who often played the game as a form of recreation and competition. The game was also used as a diplomatic tool, with matches being organised between different noble families and foreign dignitaries. King Francis I was a big fan. He was known for his love of the game and played it frequently. His passion for jeu de paume helped to popularise the sport even further, and he was instrumental in the construction of many new courts throughout France. He even built a special court at the Louvre Palace. This court was one of the most famous in France and became a symbol of the king's dedication to the sport. The court at the Louvre was a marvel of its time, featuring advanced design elements that made it a premier location for jeu de paume matches. Over time, people started using paddles. These early paddles were simple wooden implements that allowed players to hit the ball with greater force and precision. The introduction of paddles marked a significant evolution in the game, making it more dynamic and competitive. Later, they switched to rackets. The development of rackets with their strings and frames revolutionized the game. Rackets allowed for more control and power, leading to the modern version of tennis that we recognize today. The game continued to evolve, with new rules and equipment being introduced over the centuries. The game evolved, but remained a favorite among royalty and nobility. Tennis became a symbol of prestige and sophistication, with courts being built in palaces and estates across Europe. The sport's rich history and enduring appeal have made it a beloved pastime for generations, from medieval French courtyards to the grand stages of today's international tournaments. Jeu de paume spread from France to other parts of Europe. It reached England and became popular there too. English kings enjoyed the game. King Henry VIII built a court at Hampton Court Palace. He was a big fan of the sport. However, the game was mostly played indoors. Outdoor versions were rare. It would take several centuries for tennis to transition to an outdoor game. This change would transform tennis forever. In the 19th century, a new version of tennis emerged in England lawn tennis. This new version was played outdoors on grass courts. Major Walter Clopton Wingfield is credited with inventing lawn tennis. He patented a game in 1873. His version used a rubber ball and a lower net than jeu de paume. Lawn tennis quickly gained popularity. It was easier to play than jeu de paume. It also allowed for more players and spectators. As lawn tennis grew in popularity, so did the need for organised competitions. The first Wimbledon championship was held in 1877. Spencer Gore won the first Wimbledon men's singles title. He was a skilled player known for his volleying abilities. Early tennis stars, like the Doherty brothers, emerged. They dominated the sport in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. These pioneers helped shape tennis into a global phenomenon. From wooden rackets to metal, the evolution of tennis gear has been remarkable. Tennis equipment has changed dramatically over the years, reflecting advancements in technology and materials. Early tennis players used wooden rackets, which were the standard for many decades. These rackets were heavy and not very powerful, making it challenging for players to generate speed and control. The balls were also different back then. They were made of leather and filled with feathers or cloth, which affected their performance on the court. These materials made the balls heavy and slow, limiting the speed and bounce during play. Over time, technology improved. Rackets became lighter and stronger with the introduction of metal frames, allowing players to hit the ball with more power and precision. Balls became more consistent with the use of rubber, providing a more predictable bounce and better durability. These changes made tennis faster and more exciting to watch, transforming it into the dynamic sport we know today. The evolution of tennis gear has not only enhanced the performance of players, but also elevated the overall experience for spectators. From the early days of wooden rackets and leather balls to the modern era of advanced materials and high-tech equipment, tennis gear continues to evolve, pushing the boundaries of what is possible on the court. The dawn of the open-era tennis embraces professionalism. For many years, tennis was divided into amateur and professional ranks. Amateur players competed in major tournaments like Wimbledon. Professional players were often barred from these prestigious events. However, in 1968, tennis entered the open era. This significant change allowed professional players to compete alongside amateurs in major tournaments. The open era revolutionized tennis. It opened the door for new talent and rivalries. It also led to greater financial rewards for players, making tennis a more viable career path. Power and finesse tennis playing styles through the years. Tennis playing styles have evolved dramatically over the years. In the early days, players relied on finesse and strategy. They engaged in long rallies and often approached the net to finish points. However, as technology improved, power became more important. Players started hitting the ball harder with more topspin. Today's tennis features a mix of playing styles. Some players prefer aggressive baseline rallies, others favor a more strategic serve and volley approach. This diversity of styles makes modern tennis incredibly exciting to watch. Global spectacle, the rise of the Grand Slams. The 4 Grand Slam tournaments are the pinnacle of professional tennis. They are the Australian Open, the French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open. These tournaments attract the best players in the world. They offer the most ranking points and prize money. Winning a Grand Slam title is a career-defining achievement for any tennis player. The Grand Slams showcase the highest level of tennis and captivate audiences worldwide. Icons of the court, tennis legends and their impact. Tennis has produced countless legendary players who have left an indelible mark on the sport. Suzanne Lenglen dominated women's tennis in the 1920s with her elegant style. Rod Laver achieved the calendar year Grand Slam twice, an accomplishment unmatched in men's tennis. Billie Jean King championed gender equality in tennis and beyond. The Williams sisters, Venus and Serena, redefined women's tennis with their power and athleticism. These icons and many others have inspired generations of tennis players and fans. A sport for everyone, tennis's enduring appeal. Tennis is a sport that can be enjoyed by people of all ages and skill levels. It is a great way to exercise, have fun and challenge yourself. People can play tennis recreationally with friends and family. Others can join clubs or leagues to compete more seriously. Tennis offers numerous physical and mental benefits. It improves cardiovascular health, coordination, and mental focus. The sport's accessibility and benefits contribute to its enduring popularity worldwide. The future of tennis innovation and inspiration. Tennis is not just a game, it's a constantly evolving sport that embraces the latest in technology and training methods to push the boundaries of what is possible. Tennis continues to evolve with new technologies and training methods constantly emerging. From virtual reality training sessions to AI-driven performance analytics, the sport is at the forefront of innovation. Racket technology continues to advance, allowing for even greater power and spin. Modern rackets are designed with cutting-edge materials and engineering techniques, providing players with unprecedented control and precision. Players are fitter and stronger than ever before, pushing the limits of athleticism on the court. Rigorous training regimens, specialized fitness programs, and advanced recovery techniques ensure that athletes are in peak condition. Coaching techniques are also evolving, incorporating data analysis and sports science. Coaches now have access to a wealth of information, from player biometrics to match statistics, enabling them to tailor training programs to individual needs. The future of tennis is bright. With state-of-the-art stadiums and facilities, the sport is set to offer an unparalleled experience for both players and fans. With its rich history, global appeal, and constant evolution, tennis is poised to captivate generations to come. Iconic tournaments like Wimbledon and the US Open continue to draw millions of viewers worldwide, showcasing the sport's enduring popularity. The sport's ability to inspire and innovate ensures its enduring legacy as a beloved global sport. Young players are continually inspired by the legends of the game, and with access to innovative equipment and techniques, they are well equipped to become the stars of tomorrow. From the legendary matches of the past to the groundbreaking advancements of today, tennis remains a dynamic and exciting sport. Its blend of tradition and innovation makes it unique, ensuring that it will continue to thrive and inspire for years to come. As we look to the future, the next generation of tennis players will benefit from even more advanced training methods and technologies. The sport's commitment to innovation will drive its evolution, making it more exciting and accessible than ever before. Tennis is a truly global sport, bringing together players and fans from all corners of the world. Its universal appeal and ability to unite people through a shared love of the game are testaments to its enduring power and influence.